Well, he had a lengthy military career, which included service in Egypt, India, Ireland, South Africa, and briefly in 1870 in Canada. He went on to become Canada's Governor-General from 1911 to 1916. And as Bruce Kirkpatrick reports, a Duke came to town a century ago this week in history.
101 years ago this week in history, royal fever gripped BC. A crowd gathered to meet Canada's Governor-General, the Duke of Connaught, at the legislature in Victoria. In September 1912, His Royal Highness, with his wife, the Duchess of Connaught, and daughter Princess Patricia, came to British Columbia and visited Kamloops, Vancouver, Westminster, Prince Rupert, Victoria, and Nelson.
Definitely thousands and thousands of people with over-the-top decorations and ceremonial arches and flags and processions and various ceremonies.
The history of Canada's 10th Governor-General's visits to BC can be found in photographs at the Royal BC Museum and Archives. While in British Columbia, he inspected the 31st BC Horse, opened a hospital in Kamloops, attended a huge civic reception at the Vancouver Courthouse. The Duke of Connaught, Prince Arthur, took time to visit war veterans too while in British Columbia. Also in the royal party was Connaught's daughter, Princess Patricia, who's well known in Canada.
The battalion was formed in 1914, and she became the patron of the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry until her death several decades later, although she herself ceased to become a princess when she married a commoner after the war.
There was an arch in front of the BC legislature in honor of the Governor-General and his wife, the Duke and Duchess of Connaught. The legislative buildings were fully lighted in their honor. The Duke actually visited BC twice. He was back in 1915 for a military inspection tour with the rank of Field Marshal. He had run into some controversy over advice he gave the Minister of Militia.
He went on a military tour of inspection, possibly to get him out of the hair of the Minister of Militia, Sam Hughes, and then also, I would think, to raise morale of the troops.
The library at the BC legislature is named the Connaught Library. The Duke of Connaught's term as the Governor-General of Canada ended in 1916, and he returned with his family to England and military service for the duration of the war.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.